crates! Engage in
Behind the pillar. One of them's got a thermite.
Understood. Rebels! On the first floor!
When we started working on this IP, the platform wasn't available yet. I mean, it was in development. So the things that we could count on were really more than anything the raw power of the machine. It's only afterwards that we thought about, like, dual shock and all that stuff that we could do. Like, for example, using the touchpad on the dual shock as a Morse code, to send Morse code inside the game. All those little things came in afterwards. But every single time, the way we've leveraged the hardware itself has always been in a way that it complements the game. I won't lie. I mean, one of the biggest things has been graphics. Although graphics is the obvious one, it has been like in how we can we have more memory for pretty much everything. The raw power of the GPU actually allows us to do a lot of things that otherwise we could not do, and really deliver an experience that I think people don't expect out of games and haven't seen out of games. It's a massive undertaking, but it's also something that when you start, you can't stop. And that's what's cool about those things. It's like when you have something good on your hands, especially when you make a game, you always tell yourself, like, if this succeeds, it's going to be a hell of a struggle to basically make it happen. But the great thing about that is that it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. People start on it, people know it's going to be hard, but once they know it works, there's no turning back. And yes, it is hard to basically keep that level of fidelity, visual fidelity, just the density of the world, alive and intact throughout the whole game. But in some ways or the other, we have a team that's so dedicated and passionate about it that they won't stop. I mean, even for the E3 demo, we had done most of this stuff and we didn't have to really go back to it. But everything that anybody could think of was, how do we make it better? We can do more of this, we can do more of that. And at one point you have to tell them, no, actually it's good, it's great. But you yourself want to say, no, let's keep it going, let's push. I think it's that drive that delivers the experience that we're trying to deliver. It's that fullness of the world, that reality, the dirtiness of it, the performances of the actor, all of that. It's a labor of love, and you really have to care to get there.
Galahad, find us a way out of here. Working on it.
Building a game like this, of course, has to rely on the gameplay mechanics. You can have all of these cool things around it, but if the gameplay mechanics don't stick, you don't have a game. And for us, it was not only building just the mechanic of navigation, shooting, and all that stuff, but it was building weaponry that actually could withstand the era that actually we were trying to build it in. It's fun to mix this technology that really didn't exist in Industrial Revolution Europe and bring it into a reality that people could believe. So weapons like the thermite rifle that shoots a cloud of thermite, which actually really exists. It's aluminum iron oxide that can be ignited. So it's actually a real thing that we build into a weapon that can be shot out in a cloud. The old fire fires a flare and suddenly you set it on fire. The cool thing about it is that it looks cool. But second thing is that it's a different way of playing. It's a cover buster. So if somebody's behind cover, you can use that to basically take them out of cover or rain down fire on people behind cover. We have weapons like the arc gun that shoots a lightning bolt that can literally disintegrate people on a single shot. They all have their good side and bad side because these weapons are kind of prototypes in some ways in that era, in so many ways. But you'll see a lot more of those weapons. Everything that we build, we try to basically infuse a little bit of fiction into the reality. So you'll see some really cool weapons come up that I think are going to be pretty new for the gaming world.